What's up, guys? What's up? I'm back. I just wanted to get into some things that I was talking about that I really didn't get into depth into, and I wanted to talk about not doing physical things. And I talk about this before and to my friends. It's like people consider you lazy if you don't do anything in the sense of you stay home all the time, or um, you just you're not moving, you're not going out, you're just doing things. They might consider you boring. They might consider you a lot of different things, but it's like even if I never move in my life, like I thought a bunch of million different thoughts, and that's really the true things, and that's really what we're doing here. We really here thinking, and we're creating physical things to go through to help us come up with thoughts to help the spirit, if that makes sense. And the reason I can say this because, and this even goes to people that say you have to read, or you need the Bible, or you need something to connect you to the higher source or your higher, whatever you want to call it. And what if you're blind? What if you have no legs? What if you have no arms? What if you have what if, like, it's so many different physical things you could incarnate into, to where they can still have that same connection to God, but they can't do the same physical things to connect to it that you can. But they have physical experiences they go through, like in the sense that they can't see, so they have to realize how to go through this world without seeing, and that will help them in their connection so much stronger, because they always move without sight. So nigga, their connection gonna be so crazy with the spirit, because nigga, they literally always move. Every step is almost in faith, even though they got a little guidance. Like every step is in faith, so it's like nearly their spirit is going to manifest. A great connection in a sense, and they don't have to think about or read a book to realize it. Like, what if I'm blind? What if I'm deaf? What if I can't talk? What if I'm like, what if I'm slower, mental, whatever you want to call it, mentally, and just mentally not all there in the sense of this reality. Like, what book do you read? What lessons do you learn in the sense of actually putting something to your face? Like, you're already connected, it's already inside of you. Everything we need is already inside of us. And like I said, we're literally just creating physical things to come up with to make our this motherfucking, I'm looking at a light, it don't have no other lights, it just look funny. It look like a star moving, but it's probably a plane, never know. These days I literally don't see no other lights. But like I said, what if you're disabled? What if you all these different things? Like, all of these things are in us. Everything we need is inside of us. And like I said, we're trying to create. We're literally creating physical experiences. Even if it's like you keep having to go to a job, you might you might have 30 jobs before you realize you had to create a job for yourself. But it literally was like your physical body, your physical life was going to keep going through these jobs till you realize these managers, you can't work with no managers, you can't work with no bosses, you can't deal with the pay. There's so many different other, you can't work with employees, you don't want to work with people you can't dictate being around you. Like, it's so many different things. And it just go to show you, like, we literally create physical lessons, we literally create our own bumps in the road to fix our spirit, to understand our spirit, to reconnect to our spirit. And it's another perspective on the connection in the physical. Like I said, spirit could definitely be gas, but in the sense of our physical experience and how we're going through them, like it gives our spirit gas. So it's a vice versa. It's a yin and yang. Like, both of them pull from each other. But I'm not saying you have to literally go stand on the corner and preach, or you have to read a book, or you have to do these. Like, nigga, your work could literally be sitting down and never moving ever. And I mean, you could say monks and shit doing that, but I mean that's their work, bro. Like, they don't move. That's their mission. That's their purpose. I ain't saying that's what I want to become, but it's certain things that you do that's what you're manifesting. That's what your spirit is leading you to manifest. And that's what you're going to become. Like, not everybody has to be ripping and running and doing all these different things. A lot of people think doing work, like, I guess this idea come from having to go to church, having to meet at a temple, having, like, the temple's inside. So where would you ever have to go to connect to God besides inside? So that's like the whole thing of, like, people might think they have to go to church. People think they have to go do all these things. And in the sense of, yeah, you do have to connect with people. But if I sit outside, if I stand right here, bro, somebody will pass by my path eventually, and I will meet them, and they'll affect me, I will affect them. And that's how you live, and that's how your spirit will operate, and that's how people will manifest into your life. Like, people manifest into your life no matter how. You could be walking in the woods, nigga. Eventually you might run into somebody else that's just wondering. I'm just being funny, but, like, literally, you could be all alone, and you could say that you're not fucking with nobody, and you still end up manifesting somebody into your life. But I got off topic because I was just it just go to show you, like, bro, people think you got to do all these different things, like you got to meet and greet. These people come into your life out of nowhere. Trust me, that's what I'm trying to go to when I say they in the woods. Like, I'm literally talking spiritually. Like, you be in the woods and they literally just, like, spiritually, like, your mind thinks that you can't attract nobody, you don't have nobody that can really do good for you, and out of nowhere, bam, it might be a best friend, it might be anybody. Like, where the fuck these niggas come from? Like, and it's like, where have you been my whole life? Like, you was searching the woods. Like I said, spirit talk. But see what else I want to talk about. A lot of people don't understand, like I said in the other video, this kind of just going in deeper. A lot of people don't understand the bumps in the road, but you literally could be driving on gravel. You literally could be driving on dirt. Like, you could literally be having, like, no road in front of you at all. So then how would your vessel work? How would your vehicle work then? Like, you'll have to take care of it a lot more. You have to, so it's like understanding the perspective. Like, yeah, we might have bumps in the road. Yeah, Lockwood and fucking this is Houston, but Homestead, yeah, they got bad roads, but nigga, if you ain't had no roads, how the fuck you gonna get to the store? How you gonna get to Fiesta? Bro, it might not be to your liking, but that path is still a path that you can use and pretty much operate on. And like I said in the video before, like, we end up calling our path the devil because we get so tired of, we get so mad at the bumps, and we get so mad at the things we gotta fix dealing with the bumps in the road, and we end up calling these things the devil. We end up hating our own path because, you know, it's a journey you have to go through, bro. I mean, if you see a crazy bumpy road, I mean, if that's the only road you're gonna go on, you're gonna drive on the grass or in the mud or whatever, like, you might get stuck. So it's like you're gonna have to drive on, you're gonna have to take the lumps of that road, and people don't understand that. Like, how did you end up on that road? You can't turn back, there's no other road to get to. So it's like different things that you gotta realize. Like, if you're in an area full of bad roads, I mean, that's what you manifested. Like, you have to go through those paths for a while till you can manifest better roads and better areas with better roads and better paths or better. And that could go to you get into that spiritual realm, bro. Once you elevate, bro, we won't have these same problems. We won't have these same lessons and these same heartaches that we deal with now once we elevate. And I mean, that's why all people trying to reconnect, go back to heaven, because they feel like everything, all questions would be answered in a sense. But I always feel like there's always more answers there's always more questions to ask, more answers to find in a sense. But that's just my idea. Either way it go, I'm a Virgo, so I always think there's more. But let me see, what's some more? Yeah, I said, like, the path may be bumpy, but at least it's an efficient way to travel, bro. Like, you could be traveling, like, if we had no roads at all, bro, roads are literally marking places on how to get to places. They are really GPS. Like, we name our roads, all these different things. So if we didn't have roads at all, like, how would you even know how to get to one place to another? It'd be so much harder. It'd be so much more things you have to remember. You have to remember that tree or that rock or this river and that. So it's like, you have to be grateful in the path and how far we came, in the sense of, I know I'm using physical, and physical throw us off a lot to understand the spirit, but I mean, bro, it's things you have to go through, lessons you have to learn, bro, and not understanding your path and not understanding the things you have to go through and not really cherishing and, like, you know, honoring the things you have to go through, you start to hate yourself, and you start not to understand why you can't make it, and you just become so detached and things like that. And it just you can see it in a bunch of different people in this world. Like, they might have been a great source of light at a young age, but it's just so many different things happen to them, bro. It's like, damn, what happened to you, bro? You've been in jail, you've been in this, you've been in that. Like, you robbing people, and it's like the bumps in the road. It hit them so hard, bro. It knocked them off course, and they never could get back on course. And that's why I'm saying we have to almost cherish our perspectives and our past, and learn from our lessons and our experience, and learn that they're making us stronger, and understand the perspective that even the heartaches that we consider even heartaches are really what's making us stronger in the long run. Like, the pain is really what we learn from. Like, if you never got burned by fire, how would you ever know you can get burned by fire? So it's like, man, bro, he was talking about this shit too, man. It's just crazy how, like, everything be so connected. Like, bro, even sex is pain in the same sense of, like, bro, we talked down deep. We used to talk about this on the podcast, and why it looks bad for a young a young girl to have sex versus a young boy, and it's because the man always looks like he's literally penetrating and hurting a woman. And even when you having sex, bro, you like when you first start having sex, you ask the girl a lot of the time, like, "Are you okay? You good?" If she make a certain noise, it's because you feel like you're hurting her. But in the same sense, like, she enjoys that. She enjoys going through that thing, even from having a proper cherry. Like, it hurts, but she enjoys that. Even birth is so much pain, so it just go through, bro. Pain is it's really, we don't like our interpretation of pain. Like, even, bro, it's crazy because I talked about this and like, I mean, I ain't talking about this. I remember my teacher in health class said that she was like, an erection is just blood rushing to the penis and getting swollen, and that's really what any swelling is. So if my knee get a swelling, that's like blood rushing there, and like in a sense, I guess our meat is our penis is meant for blood to rush there and operate in a certain way. So that's why it's not as painful or whatever. But you can literally perceive us getting an erection as pain, because that's, I mean, any other swelling on our body literally would be painful. So that's why I was saying, like, bro, when you start understanding deeper things, like, bro, pain. If you understand pain, you realize how beautiful it is, and you really stop going. You don't go through it as much when you start understanding it, because what can really hurt you when you realize you're bigger than it and you're gonna get through it and all these different things. And it's go to just motivational talk, like, bro, what do you like? What if you know nothing can stop you? No matter if it's a bill, if it's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, you know you can get through it. It's like, bro, how long? What's going to hold you back? Eventually, bro, you're just going to elevate. You'll be flying, bro, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever you want to call it, bro. I feel like once we elevate truly and once we really break free, we'll be flying around this bitch. Physically, like, I really feel it. So like I said, bro, spiritually, mentally, however you want to see it, man, like, once we understand pain and truly understand that shit, bro, like, everything might be like sex. Because we realize that's alchemy, bro. Like, you transmute pain to strength, bro. And like, man, this shit getting so deep, bro. We breaking the matrix down, bro. And it's so crazy, bro. I love just spreading knowledge and just listen to other people, bro, and they help me understand shit, and I just express it to y'all, bro, and it's the same shit, bro. Hopefully I can watch some people videos that's, if you follow, I ain't gonna lie to you, anybody that subscribe to me, bro, I'll look on your channel and see if, you know, you make videos. Hopefully, yeah, one day y'all make videos, and we can just all follow people, bro, and just listen and bounce back, because at the end of the day, like, just us listening to each other, the people that listen to me, like, it's the law of attraction show, like, we all thinking the same thing. It's just like, we're trying to find our best way to explain it. And I get stuck in that, you know, wanting to learn a lot and just wanting to kind of be ducked off and just learn as much as I can. Because, like I said, we always contradicting ourselves. So I always feel like my last video could have been better, or I could have said this, I could have said that. But it's just a part of my growth and understanding myself and understanding everything. And, you know, just making, you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But like I said, man, I just love just the energy and just understanding how I can, like, bro, I literally just pulled a health, like, something I thought about, like, 7th grade health class, to some shit I just thought about and heard it today. Like, he just was going over, and I've been talking about it before, from, like, the shit, like I said, from kids having sex, and I mean, not kids having sex, from a young child having sex. Like, it looks bad when a girl has sex because she's so young, and it's already, you know, the optic of a man on top of a woman, and, you know, penetration, bro, like, it just, bro. When you just get these, when your thoughts become more formulated and build better foundations, because it's like I said, bro, you don't have to really do anything but think and just build and go through these experiences or whatever. But it's literally just us just gathering and just becoming a better foundation, because it's things that you think about constantly every day, and it's like they don't really sink in, like they don't become, like I said with the planet shit earlier, like they don't become dense enough, like they're gas planets. Like the planets outside of the rock, what's the shit called? That's Rocky Milky Way. The planets outside of the Milky Way are mostly all gas planets, and it just go to show you, like, it's those stars are all far out, and you can't really. Now I can't even point. I lifted weights today, but it just go to show you that, like, the some of those stars you can't make condensed and really build the foundation on, because they're so far out right now, and you really just trying to bring them all in closer to the core. And I talk about that shit too. It's just like we all kind of come back to one, like literally in the sense of absorbing, in a sense. And it's some other shit I learned about, you know, man, I'm a harp on these different thoughts, because this is going to create a lot of more content, this video right here. But I'm out, guys.